Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta was born on March 28, 1986 at Lenox Hill Hospital in Manhattan, New York City, to a Catholic family. Both of her parents have Italian ancestry, and she also has more distant French-Canadian roots. Her parents are Cynthia Louise, a philanthropist and business executive, and internet entrepreneur Joseph Germanotta, and she has a younger sister named Natalie. From age 11, she attended the Convent of the Sacred Heart, a private all-girls Roman Catholic school. Gaga described her high school self as very dedicated, very studious, very disciplined but also a bit insecure. She considered herself a misfit and was mocked for being either too provocative or too eccentric. Germanotta began playing the piano at age 4 when her mother insisted she become a cultured young woman. She took piano lessons and practiced through her childhood. The lessons taught her to create music by ear, which she preferred over reading sheet music. As a teenager, she played at open mic nights. Germanotta played the lead roles of Adelaide in the play Guys and Dolls and Philia in the play A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum at Regis High School. Germanotta unsuccessfully auditioned for New York shows, though she did appear in a small role as a high school student in a 2001 episode of The Sopranos titled. In 2003, at age 17, Germanotta gained early admission to Collaborative Arts Project 21, a music school at New York University Tisch School of the Arts, and lived in an NYU dorm. She studied music there, and improved her songwriter skills by writing essays on art, religion, social issues, and politics, including a thesis on pop artists Spencer Tunick and Damien Hirst. She withdrew from school during the second semester of her sophomore year, in 2005, to focus on her music career. That year she also played an unsuspecting diner customer for MTV's Boiling Points, a prank reality television show. In a 2014 interview, Gaga said she had been raped at age 19, for which she later underwent mental and physical therapy. She has post-traumatic stress disorder that she attributes to the incident, and says that support from doctors, family, and friends has helped her. In 2005, Gaga recorded 2 songs with hip-hop singer Mel Mel for an audiobook accompanying Cricket Casey's children's novel The Portal in the Park. She also formed a band called the SG Band with some friends from NYU. They played gigs around New York and became a fixture of the downtown Lower East Side club scene. After the 2006 Songwriters Hall of Fame New Songwriters Showcase at the Cutting Room in June, talent scout Wendy Starland recommended her to music producer Rob Fusari. Fusari collaborated with Gaga, who traveled daily to New Jersey, helping to develop her songs and compose new material. The producer said they began dating in May 2006, and claimed to have been the first person to call her Lady Gaga, which was derived from Queen's song Radio Gaga. Fusari and Gaga established a company called Team Lovechild, LLC to promote her career. They recorded and produced electropop tracks, sending them to music industry executives. Joshua Sarabin, the head of artists and repertoire A&R at Def Jam Recordings, responded positively and, after approval from Sarabin's boss Antonio L.A. Gaga was signed to Def Jam in September 2006. She was dropped from the label 3 months later and returned to her family home for Christmas. She began performing at neo-burlesque shows, which according to her represented freedom. During this time, she met performance artist Lady Starlight, who helped mold her onstage persona. The pair began performing at downtown club venues like the Mercury Lounge, the Bitter End, and the Rockwood Music Hall. Their live performance art piece, known as Lady Gaga and the Starlight Review and billed as the ultimate pop burlesque rock show, was a tribute to 1970s variety acts. They performed at the 2007 Lollapalooza Music Festival. Having initially focused on avant-garde electronic dance music, Gaga began to incorporate pop melodies and the glam rock style of David Bowie and Queen into her songs. While Gaga and Starlight were performing, Fusari continued to develop the songs he had created with her, sending them to the producer and record executive Vincent Herbert. In November 2007, Herbert signed Gaga to his label Streamline Records, an imprint of Interscope Records, established that month. Gaga later credited Herbert as the man who discovered her. Having served as an apprentice songwriter during an internship at Famous Music Publishing, Gaga struck a music publishing deal with Sony ATV. As a result, she was hired to write songs for Britney Spears, New Kids on the Block, Fergie, and the Pussycat Dolls. At Interscope, musician Akon was impressed with her singing abilities when she sang a reference vocal for one of his tracks in studio. Akon convinced Jimmy Iovine, chairman and CEO of Interscope Jeff and A&M, to form a joint deal by having Gaga also sign with his own label Conlive, making her his franchise player. In late 2007, Gaga met with songwriter and producer Red One. She collaborated with him in the recording studio for a week on her debut album, signing with Cherry Tree Records, an Interscope imprint established by producer and songwriter Martin Kierszenbaum. She also wrote 4 songs with Kierszenbaum. Despite securing a record deal, she said that some radio stations found her music too racy, dance-oriented, and underground for the mainstream market, to which she replied, "My name is Lady Gaga, I've been on the music scene for years, and I'm telling you, this is what's next." By 2008, Gaga had relocated to Los Angeles to work extensively with her record label to complete her debut album, The Fame, and to set up her own creative team called the House of Gaga, modeled on Andy Warhol's Factory. The Fame was released on August 19, 2008, and reached number 1 in Austria, Canada, Germany, Ireland, Switzerland, and the UK, as well as the top 5 in Australia and the US. Its first 2 singles, Just Dance and Poker Face, reached number 1 in the United States, Australia, Canada, and the UK. The latter was also the world's best-selling single of 2009, with 10 million copies sold that year, and spent a record 83 weeks on Billboard magazine's Digital Songs chart.